SAFM, South Africa's news and information leader.
Thanks, Hike. The rand's decline could lead to fuel price hike and the Hawks pounce on medical aid schemes. Good morning. Economists have warned that the decline of the rand, which has tumbled almost 4% since yesterday, could lead to sharp increases at the fuel pumps next month. Rulani Baloyi has more.
Cat Capital economist Ellis Kruger says petrol prices could rise by as much as 30 cents a litre in October. She says the under-recovery on all grades of petrol is already 35 cents a litre and is likely to rise. New fuel prices will be announced on Friday next week and kick in at midnight on the 4th of October. Rulani Baloyi, SABC News.
Meanwhile, economists now say the Reserve Bank's Monetary Policy Committee will most probably keep lending rates unchanged at its three-day meeting starting today. They cite the rand's sharp fall as well as a rising inflation at home. Priority Crimes Unit, the Hawks, are investigating corruption in the medical aid industry and have already raided the premises of some schemes. This follows media reports that some of the schemes do not follow regulations that govern medical aids. Hawks spokesperson Macintosh Bolela says their investigations will take some time because of the seriousness of the matter, as it involves billions of rands paid by medical aid clients.
With the information that we currently have, we have a big problem. You must understand that the medical aid industry is a multi-billion rand industry. There are billions of rands in medical aid that are paid out every month to these medical aids on behalf of the patient, so that you and I, if we get sick, we can go to hospital and the medical aid can pay. But what happens is that the money is not being governed the way that the Constitution requires.
Public Works Minister Gwen Mahlangu says she will tighten up the leasing of properties. Tender irregularities of about 3 billion rand have been uncovered in a probe in her department. Mahlangu says they now know of more than 40 cases where tenders were awarded improperly, where procedures were not followed and dishonesty took place. She says they also know of irregular expenditure and have discovered evidence of corruption by department officials.
Our IT system is not up to scratch, all those kind of things. And that is why we said, let us have a moratorium within the department. Let us stop new business for some time, just to clean up ourselves. And you can imagine if you already have 41 leases that are non-compliant and you still continue using the same system to get into more deals, it means this thing won't be ending now. It's actually very, very big, as you say.
The National Press Club says the delay of Parliament's vote on the Protection of State Information Bill proves that pressure on the government is working. The bill was due to be voted on by the National Assembly today. However, the ANC has delayed a parliamentary vote on the secrecy bill. It criminalizes whistleblowing based on classified information. Chairperson of the National Press Club, Yusuf Abramji.
The National Press Club welcomes the announcement. We believe it's a step in the right direction. The fight isn't over, and we want government, and particularly the ANC, to make sure that all the clauses which are unconstitutional, which infringe on the rights of ordinary South Africans, be removed.
And finally, further field reports from the Yemeni capital Sana'a say violence has again broken out. Short shots were heard in the early hours of the morning. Witnesses say 2 rockets hit the anti-government protesters' camp in the capital, killing 2 people. This is the 3rd day of violence following the reported deaths of 7 people on Monday. Security forces loyal to President Abdullah Ali Saleh have been clashing with his opponents. Recapping the top story, economists have warned that the decline of the rand, which has tumbled almost 4% since yesterday, could lead to sharp increases at the fuel pumps next month.